Much has been made about Luka's transformation this offseason, from the players, the fans, the world. But we haven't really heard from the Lakers front office just yet. And today we are diving into something that's got Lakers Nation buzzing. We know Pelinka and Jeanie Buss actually flew out to EuroBasket to support Luka, and a few weeks later, after Slovenia was eliminated after a valiant performance in the tournament, Pelinka comes out and calls out Luka Doncic is not only a perfect fit for the Lakers, but put him on the incredibly short list of best player on the planet candidates. That's a massive statement. So the question is, are the Lakers going to go all in for Luka Doncic? Let's break it down. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Rings and Things, the home where banners aren't optional, they're tradition. Let's start off with a report. ESPN's Dave McMenamin reported the Lakers Vice President of Basketball Operations and General Manager Pelinka called Doncic a perfect fit for the Lakers roster and placed him in the conversation as the best player on the planet after witnessing his EuroBasket performance. There was a part in the report that stood out to me. The Lakers made it a point to back Doncic during his EuroBasket run, sending staff, offering resources, and signaling that if something mattered to Luka, it mattered to them too. And that was evident from Luka and Jeanie and Rob all together during this tournament. And my read on this is not just front office fluff. This is a message that they're sending to Luka and his camp. We're with you and you're our guy. This is the next chapter of Los Angeles Lakers basketball. So let's quickly zoom out. Let's think about the phrase, perfect fit. The Lakers haven't used that language lightly in the past. Pelinka's using that kind of language now. Why? Because Luka represents something bigger. He's not just a superstar talent, he's the bridge. The guy who can take the Lakers from the LeBron era to whatever's next. So when Pelinka says perfect fit, he's not talking about this season only. He's talking about building an identity around Luka for years to come. And honestly speaking, it's not like Pelinka, what he's saying is not true. He just watched Luka Doncic dominate at EuroBasket. He averaged 34.7 points, 8.6 rebounds, 7.1 assists, and 2.7 steals. Now, I already broke down that video in detail in my last upload. You can check it out right here. From his step backs to his finishes, even his defense to offensive plays. But for today, here's the important part. Luka Doncic looked different. He looked leaner, quicker, locked in on defense in a way we haven't seen consistently from him before. And if you're Pelinka sitting courtside, you're thinking, that guy right there, he's worth betting the house on. Now, here's where we're going to hit the pause button and we're going to take out our conspiracy hats off. Pelinka never literally said we're going all in, but actions speak louder than words. Luka just signed a 3-year, $165 million contract extension. Front office and ownership flew out to EuroBasket to support Luka Doncic. The Lakers staff assigned to Luka's offseason program. Greg St. Jean, who is an assistant coach on JJ Redick's staff, was there the whole time with Luka Doncic. That's not normal. That's not like, let's wait and see. That's all in. So let's go deeper and answer the question, why is Luka Doncic the perfect fit? Let's start off with his conditioning. Luka came back leaner, which means less of a defensive liability. It opens up the roster flexibility if Luka can actually hold his own defensively and he's neutral on that end. The Lakers don't need to hide him as much. They can surround him with offense and defense. Let's move on to his skill set. His shot creation, passing, vision. Pelinka's dream is balance. Luka gives him that. You can build a team of role players and Luka makes them complementary. Think about this. Is Marcus Smart suddenly more dangerous next to Luka? Is Ayton finally the big man who looks elite because Luka feeds him? Let's talk about his leadership. He carried Slovenia, and it's not just backed by the numbers. You can see his ownership related to the roster with limited talent. The Lakers need that alpha mentality as LeBron is winding down in his career. And the last point, It's a stability. The contract isn't just about money. It's a signal that, hey, I'm here, build with me, and that changes how free agents view the Lakers. Now, I'm not trying to sell you a fairy tale, but there are still risks here. Luka has to prove that this conditioning can last all season, not just for a few weeks at EuroBasket. He has to prove that his body can hold up to the grind, because history says he has missed time, and when he does miss time, how will he react and respond to missing time due to some injury? But here's the big picture. Pelinka's comments confirm it. The Lakers aren't just dabbling, they're not hedging, they're betting their future on Luka Doncic. And that opens up a huge question for us as fans. Should the Lakers double down and make one more big move to maximize Luka's window now? Or should they stay patient and see if this version of Luka can carry them with the current roster? Because going all in doesn't just mean a contract, it means trades, it means risks, it means putting every move through the lens of, does this help Luka Doncic win now? And really, if you've been following the team, if you've been following any of the videos that I've posted, it's evident what this Lakers team needs to be able to compete at the highest level. And it's clearly they need more 3-and-D type wing players or guards. And those types of players fit the archetype and the type of team that has shown success from a Luka Doncic-led standpoint. The more wings you bring to this team, the more athletes you bring to this team, the more physical type players that you bring to this team allows Luka to do his thing over the course of 82 games as well as in the playoffs. Because outside of Luka Doncic, if you want to compare another player that comes to his caliber, it's Nikola Jokic. Whether or not we want to talk about and get into the fact that Rob Pelinka didn't really believe and see this from before, it could just be talk, right? My honest take on this is Rob Pelinka has been trying to make moves to upgrade the roster, and he knows for a Luka-led team to be successful, you need 3-and-D wings. You need players that have high motors, play physical basketball, play very hard on both ends of the floor, and are able to complement and play off ball next to Luka Doncic, right? I firmly believe that at this point in time, during the offseason, it's a seller's market. It's not the buyer's market. So it is a bit more challenging and able to execute trades. Number one, who wants to help the Lakers? There aren't that many teams that want to help the Lakers. Number two, how many players are readily available that fit this mold that the Lakers really need? Yeah, there's Andrew Wiggins. Yeah, there are a few other players that I covered in my previous Wings video with Thibault and Ochai Agbaji and these types of names. But really, you need to find a situation where one team is willing to take on whatever the Lakers have to offer and the Lakers are able to execute that trade. It takes another team to be a trade partner in order to execute trades. And now, I'm not trying to sing any praises or trying to shoot bail for Rob Pelinka. I don't think he's the best GM out there. It would be prudent to be able to make a trade that is fair value and to still be able to make a trade where you still have assets in the back end, right? Because if you make a trade now and you sell the farm, which isn't that much in terms of the assets that the Lakers have right now, then you may not be able to have additional flexibility as the season goes on. So it's true, much has been made about Luka's transformation this offseason, but now we've got the front office's perspective. They're ready to go all in with Luka Doncic as their guy and as the next face of the Los Angeles Lakers. Rob Pelinka has mentioned that Luka is the perfect fit, and now he's calling him one of the best players on the planet. To me, it's clear that the Lakers are planning on going all in, but we just have to be patient. So what do you all think, Rings and Things fan? Is Rob Pelinka right in his statements? Is Luka Doncic really the best player in the world right now? Or are the Lakers putting too much stock into a hot summer run? Drop your takes below. I'll be in the comments with you. And as always, thanks for rocking with me. hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you haven't already, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.